Hello, and welcome to my presentation of Climate and Forcing of Austin, Texas, my hometown. My name is Tanya Cochran, and I will be your host. Here will we be discussing the proposal for my presentation is the introduction for climate change in Austin, forcing agents for climate, historical context of climate, regional and environmental influence, social and economic impact, possible mitigation, geoengineering actions, future outcome for the Austin, Texas area, my summary, and all my citations. Over 1 million people call Austin, Texas home, making it a culturally rich and active community. The city is well known for its singular combination of urban and outdoorsy lifestyles. In addition to its robust community to the stewardship of the local environment, and it can be found in the center of Central Texas. Austin, Texas is a city with a thriving economy, world-class cultural offerings, and a strong sense of pride in its people and history. The city is home to numerous industries, businesses, educational institutions, and recreational activities. Austin is a popular destination for both tourists and locals, as it offers a variety of outdoor activities, live music, and cultural attractions. Additionally, the city is renowned for its progressive values, environmental stewardship, and dedication to sustainability. The phenomenon known as climate change is a global occurrence that is brought on by a number of different factors, including human activities. These activities include the burning of fossil fuels, the clearing of forests, and other pursuits that alter the chemical makeup of the atmosphere. These kinds of pursuit are referred to as forcings. Forcings, whether they come from nature or from human activity, have the potential to have either a positive or a negative impact on the climate. Austin, Texas is experiencing increased temperatures and altered precipitation patterns as a result of climate change and other external forcings. This is causing increasingly intense heat waves, droughts, and floods, all of which have the potential to have devastation effects on the local infrastructure and public health. It may also increase the likelihood of wildfires and other extreme weather events, both of which can cause damage to the residential and commercial properties. Feedbacks are alterations to the climate system that can either amplify or diminish the initial forcing-induced changes. Forcings can have the potential to result in feedbacks. The amount of water vapor in the atmosphere can increase as a result of a warming climate, which can lead to an increase in the number of clouds and a reduction in the amount of solar radiation that reaches the surface of the Earth. The initial warming of the climate is amplified as a result of this phenomenon, which is an example of positive feedback. Temperatures have risen. The occurrence of extremely hot days has gotten more frequent, and the pattern of precipitation has changed as a result of increased urbanization and population growth in Austin, Texas. These changes have led to altered precipitation patterns. The period between 800 to 900 AD is commonly referred to medieval warm period where temperatures rose above the normal ranges. During this era, human activities did not have significant impact on the increase of global temperature. Warming has been linked to increased grain yields in regions of Europe, as well as the temporary Viking conquest of Greenland. Austin should continue to experience the effects of climate change in the upcoming years, including increased temperatures and altered precipitation patterns. NASA is responsible for monitoring temperature change in the global scale. The organization has developed complex technologies being used to monitor temperature changes in the Earth in real time. Such information has been useful in backing research evidence used to investigate temperature changes and anomalies affecting the Earth. The graph shows there is a positive correlation between temperature through the years. This means that there is a positive association between temperature anomaly and the number of years. As the years pass by, the level of temperature increases significantly. The human activities are cited as the primary cause for the increase in temperature anomalies. Overall, these instances of previous climate change and present temperature data show how human actions have a considerable influence on the increasing cases of global warming. The data provides a picture of what will happen to the Earth's atmosphere if changes are not made to mitigate the problems. Overall, Austin, Texas is seeing a wide range of major socioeconomic effects from climate change. In order to reduce these influences' harmful repercussions, it is crucial for the city and its citizens to adopt proactive measures to mitigate and adapt to them. The United States is among the countries producing the large quantities of greenhouses. Recent data shows that the U.S. account for 14% of the global greenhouse emissions. This has made the U.S. become vulnerable to negative consequences of climate change, as evident in of the key areas like Austin, Texas. The social impact of the world fire and water scarcity is mass exodus of people from the country. The lack of water is significant factors that cause and contribute to mass migration to other states. If there is lack of substantial efforts by Austin, Texas leadership in mitigating the implication of global warming, many businesses and residents will exit the state. Climate change's effects on Austin, Texas society and economy are complicated and far-reaching. As far as the state continues to face more extreme weather events and other climate-related concerns, proactive actions to minimize and adapt to these consequences will be critical. The data below highlight the growing cases of wildfires in Austin, Texas. The number of acres in millions burnt by the world fires has been increasing over the last 4 decades. This shows a significant rise on the number of wildfire cases as a result of climatic changes. There is a challenge in collecting reliable data that can be used to make future predictions on the issues of climate changes. Researchers have argued that existing data is not fully reliable due to data inconsistencies and lack of anonymous consistency among scientists. This has made it difficult to make sound judgment on the issue of climate change. Austin, Texas is vulnerable to extreme weather events such as heat waves, droughts, floods, and hurricanes. Austin should use a variety of mitigation and geoengineering techniques to reduce the likelihood of these disasters. Green infrastructure, such as green roofs and permeable pavement, can help reduce stormwater runoff and urban heat island impacts. In addition, the city should increase tree canopy coverage, which provides shade and cooling, and developing permeable pavement to avoid runoff and allow water to be absorbed by the soil. Austin may also reduce water demand through water-saving landscaping, water-saving equipment, and gray water recycling. Geoengineering techniques such as cloud seeding and coastline protection can also be used to reduce the risk of extreme weather events occurring. Finally, Austin should improve the public education and civic engagement to encourage the implementation of these programs. Predictions of climate change for the Austin, Texas region indicates an increase in temperature, drought, deteriorating air quality, and a rise in sea level. These predictions are based on models that utilize available data but are limited by their inability to account for all climate change variables. Additionally, it is difficult to anticipate certain unanticipated events or feedback loops that may occur. Insufficient data or incorrect assumptions may also impact the accuracy of models used to predict climate change. Consequently, it is essential to remain cognizant of the potential limitations of climate change predictions and to stay abreast of the most recent research and data. Climate change is a big worry in Austin, Texas, and must be handled through both mitigation and geoengineering measures. To reduce emissions, mitigation efforts should include expanding the use of renewable energy, boosting the use of public transportation, and reducing waste. To lower the amount of energy absorbed by the Earth, geoengineering approaches such as solar radiation control and carbon dioxide removal should be investigated. Forecasts and models should be considered when making decisions, but their limitations should also be recognized as they may not accurately depict the future and may lead to incorrect or erroneous choices. Ultimately, both mitigation and geoengineering measures should be applied in Austin, Texas to mitigate the detrimental effects of climate change. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation about climate change in Austin, Texas.